Ken's wearing pajamas under his pullover.
You gotta expose me.
Just so you guys know. He's not wearing pants under this. Alright, so they want to know how it all began. How you madly fell in love with me. How you dropped to the floor when you saw me because I was so beautiful and you couldn't handle it. Literally, he saw me for the first time and he just like dropped to the floor. And he was like, you're the one I'm going to marry. And he proposed right there. Love at first sight, wasn't it?
Wish.
That's exactly how it happened.
I was like, she's alright.
Uh-huh.
She's alright.
I'm gonna obviously give you the real, true version, and Ken's gonna give you the exaggerated lies.
What you talking about?
So in this video, I want you guys to just focus on what I'm saying and disregard everything Ken says. Deal?
No.
Alright, so it's 2006. I just graduated from high school, and you were first year college?
I think so.
Yeah? Okay, so I'm 17 and he was 18. And both of us had just gotten out of really toxic situations.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Which ended up being freakishly similar. Right? Once we got to like...
We're not talking about those.
We're not going to go into that. But both of us had just gotten out of really toxic situations, and I was in full-blown party mode. You were too.
Yeah. We're all just having fun.
Having fun and chilling, living our best lives. So we met at a Caribana party. So those of you guys that don't know Caribana, it's like a Caribbean like festival here in Toronto. And it happens in August every year. So it's kind of like, it's August, it's kind of almost the end of summer. I was 17, so I was too young to get in. So I had a fake ID.
Bad mama.
Aliana, don't watch this video.
Mama. Bad
The kids are not allowed to watch this video, so
I'm gonna go back and watch.
They're not allowed to watch this video, so I had a fake ID and I got into this party that I wasn't supposed to be at because all of my friends were older than me. It was not my scene at all.
It was a popular place back then.
It was not my scene at all. It was overcrowded.
Cause you fancy Mississauga people.
I wasn't fancy. I'm not fancy. I'm just not ratchet. Like it was ratchet. So here I am with all my friends and my sisters, and I feel somebody staring at me.
What do you mean you feel?
Like staring at me so hard I could feel his eyes staring through my soul. I don't know how long it was, but it was a long time. It was at least an hour.
I'm not good at talking. I can't talk to girls. They gotta come talk to me.
He stared at me for so long, and he was so fine. And I was like, damn, like, why is this guy not talking to me? He's so cute.
I just don't know how to talk.
So anyways, I'm not shy when it comes to those kind of things. So I just, like, went up to him and I'm like, hey.
She went up to me.
Yeah, but you stared at me first.
So?
We ended up chilling together all night. And I had no idea where my friends were. Like, I didn't see any of my friends there that night. And I never do that. I never leave my friends for a guy. Like, I didn't see my girlfriends all night.
Where were my friends?
I don't recall you being with anybody that night. Like, it was just me and you hanging out all night. The entire night from the beginning of the end of the party, we were together.
Where were my friends? Where'd they go?
That's how...
I don't even remember who my friends were back then. Was it love at first sight?
With you?
Yeah.
No. It wasn't. You were fine. I remember leaving the party and like screaming and telling all my girlfriends when I finally found them outside. I was like, guys, I met a guy that looks exactly like Chris Brown. And this was when like Chris Brown was like, had just came out. And all of us were like crazy over him. And he was like the love of my life. And I was like, I met a guy that looks like Chris Brown. And every time you would smile, I would think that you look like Chris Brown. You don't anymore, but you really, really used to.
What, I'm too fat now?
No, you don't look like him anymore. Before, it was uncanny. Like the resemblance was crazy.
And I was skinnier?
No, you were just different. Like, I don't know. You're still fine. I love you. I love you, man. Oh, okay. Was it love at first sight for you?
No.
No?
I didn't know who you were.
Yeah. I didn't take you seriously because he told me his name was Ken, and Ken is not a Muslim name. And I was just like, well, he's not a Muslim guy. Like, it was nice meeting you, but then I just kind of forgot about him. I didn't take him seriously, even though we clicked right away. I was just like, I had fun getting to meet you, but I'll probably never see you again.
Also, I grew up with Somalians. I told her I was Somalian.
Why did you tell me you were Somalian?
Because.
Why did you tell me you were Somalian?
Because I grew up with Somalians.
But you're not Somalian.
But I used to eat with them, play basketball with them. Trust me, I was more Somalian than Caribbean.
The weirdest thing I've ever heard. What did you think my background was?
I don't know. Caribbean or Spanish?
Really? I thought you were black. But I didn't think you were Muslim. And then when you called me the next morning, so he calls me the next morning and he tells me, yeah, my name is Ken. And then I told him my name's ARIBA. And then he's like, wait, are you Muslim? And I was like, yeah. And then he just got really quiet on the phone. And I was like, does the fact that I'm Muslim like freak him out? Like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, and then he's like, I'm Muslim too. And I'm like, what? He's like, well, my last name's Muhammad. I was like, oh. But then I still didn't take you seriously. I don't know why. I was just like, oh, cool. And then, like, that was kind of it. Wasn't it? Like, we didn't talk again for like a year.
For a long time.
So then a year later, he sends me a text message on my birthday.
Take notes, kids. That's how you do it.
Do what? You didn't do anything.
Oh.
Don't take notes, kids. What he did was all wrong. So he like messages me a year later and he says happy birthday randomly on my birthday, and I didn't even know he remembered my birthday. How did you remember my birthday? That is so weird to meet somebody randomly.
You're June 1 and I'm June 1/1.
That's why you remembered? So he told me happy birthday and I was just like, oh my god, this is that guy that looks like Chris Brown. And I was just like, oh hey, and I was single, and I was like, you were single at the time too, right? And then I asked you, of course you didn't ask me. I was like, oh hey, like thanks for the birthday message. What are you up to? Like, you want to hang out? And then we ended up hanging out, and that's when we officially started dating, right? So at this point, I'm first year college. So he came to my school to pick me up, and he pulls up in this like red Eclipse. It was like it was like a red sports car, and it was two-door, and me and my girlfriends, we were standing outside. We were like, oh my god, look at his car! Like, it's a sports car and it's red. And then he like gave us like a little tour of his car, and he like opened up the car and there was like a TV screen in there, which you probably installed yourself. And I was like, oh my god, he has a screen in his car.
This is before they had screens.
This is back in like 2007, guys. Like, this was not common to see like a TV screen in a car. And I was just like, oh my god, this guy is like so cool. And like, me and my friends were just like, wow, like they were mad impressed. You earned mad points with that screen in your car. Anyways, so after he shows us the screen, he takes me out to eat.
Oh, that's the best part. Take notes, kids.
I don't know how he got
Take
me.
Notes.
I don't know how he got me.
So, being from Scarborough.
Don't blame it on Scarborough.
Okay, fine, forget Scarborough. Being from
It's just you.
the East End.
No, this is just being Ken. Ken being Ken.
Anyways, the first date, I took her to my favorite place at that time, which was Popeyes.
Fried chicken. You have no moves with the ladies. Like, how you gonna take me to Popeye's chicken? Not only did he take me to Popeye's chicken, guys, he made me pay for my own sandwich.
Hey,
He didn't even pay for my sandwich. I paid for my own sandwich.
I took her to Popeyes. You know how much gas is when you're like 18, driving a sports car? Insurance.
Oh god. Yeah, I paid for my own sandwich, guys. I really don't know how this guy got me, but he got me. He got me because you were fine as hell. And then we go back into the car. And we watched Alvin and the Chipmunks. Do you remember?
Really?
We watched Alvin and the Chipmunks.
No. It was probably bootleg too. Huh?
Just a ratchet love story.
It worked.
That's what I should title this video, the ghetto love story.
It worked.
So anyways, all these like lame dates continued for like a year, and we were like, I fell for you hard. I feel like I fell in love with you almost instantly, like after that year.
Good?
Yeah, like after like a first or second date, I was like all in. I was like, oh my god, I knew you were the one. I was like, this guy, I'm so marrying this guy.
Why?
I was like, I'm gonna wife him. I knew you were gonna be wifey.
I knew she was too.
It was really hard seeing each other because I come from like a Pakistani background and he comes from a Caribbean background, and so like from like the first day of our relationship, his family knew about me, and my parents didn't know about you until we were like 5 years in. And so in those 5 years that we were like dating, like my mom like kind of knew there was somebody there, but it was kind of like don't ask, don't tell kind of situation, because you know how it is with brown parents. It's like,
I don't know.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know, but my parents didn't know about you at all, and I was like so young, and like now I think back and I'm like, I should have just told her because she would have been cool with it, but I was just too scared to tell her because it's just not something you talk about in our culture, you know?
What you gonna do with Aliana and Zariah?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not ready to. We're not going there right now. It's not like we saw each other every day.
And when we did, it was really far and really long, and it was even worse. She didn't have a car.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
Yeah.
So it's like a 2 hour, whenever we had like a family barbecue at my house, it was like an hour and a half drive or 2 hour drive to pick her up. And eventually I made her buy a car.
Yeah, eventually.
So I got sick of it. I was like, I'm not driving no more.
Yeah, eventually I got a car, and then we kind of evened it out, like going back and forth from like the East End to the West End to see each other. My parents still didn't know about us. Meanwhile, like I knew his entire family. I would be at every family barbecue. I would be at every family event. Mm-hmm. I knew his mom so well. I knew your siblings so well. I knew like your aunts, your uncles. I knew everybody in his family. Meanwhile, like my mom and dad didn't even know about him. Only my sisters knew about you. Now we're 5 or 6 years in, and we decide we want to get married. And you hadn't proposed to me yet. I wanted you to meet my mom first.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now it's time for me to tell my mom about him. So I get my sisters in on it with me, and I'm like, guys, I need your help. Like, I want to tell mom, and I'm really scared because I really like this guy, and I'm worried that she might not like him for any reason, and I just want to get it over with. Like, can you guys come and help me tell mom? So my sisters went in, and my older sister actually told my mom first. She said, Ariba wants to talk to you. There's a guy, and she wants you to meet him. And then my sister called me into the room. So I go into the room, and mom's like, so there's a guy. I was like, yeah, there's a guy that I want to tell you about. She was just like, well, obviously there's a guy. Like, you didn't hide it well at all. I know there's a guy. And I was like, oh, my bad. So anyways, she wanted to meet him, so we set up like a coffee date. Do you remember where the coffee date was?
No.
It was at Panera Bread.
Oh.
And this bum over here didn't even dress properly to come see my mom.
I have to be myself.
Do you guys, I know you have to be yourself, but like, a little bit of effort would have been nice. It was your first impression with my mom.
Too complicated culture.
Oh my God. So we parked the car.
What did I wear?
You were wearing like baggy red sweatpants and a baggy red hoodie and like a chain. It was so ratchet. Like,
that was the old me.
The old you. I changed that wardrobe up real quick, let me tell you. That wardrobe was out.
I could probably pull them up somewhere.
You really cannot, because I got rid of all of them.
Not this one.
So,
what?
So he like gets out of the car, all like thug life, and me and mom get out, and mom just stares at me, and she's just like, Ariba, he looks like he's 12 years old. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like 6'5". She's like, look. She's like, look at what he's wearing, and I'm like, he just came from the gym. And she was just like, oh, he looks like a child. I was like, Mom, just give him a chance. Just get to know him. Just say hi. So we go into this coffee shop. You had my mom so stressed out because you were so shy.
What you mean?
You were so shy. You like weren't talking. And mom was trying to ask him all these questions, and he was like talking under his breath. He was being super nice and super polite, but he was so shy. Did mom make you nervous?
What else?
Yeah?
Like a serious looking, strict person.
It's because my mom wears my mom's a hijabi. Like, she wears like a full-on hijab. And she seems like such a like conservative person, but my mom is not conservative or judgmental at all. Like, my parents are religious, but they're not conservative or like overly cultural or like ignorant or like small-minded. They're very open-minded. They're very lenient. They're very like live and let live kind of people. And I guess the fact that she looked conservative to you made you nervous. Because like now you and my mom are like best friends.
A Caribbean family, you'd meet the parents at like a party. There'd be like music blasting, everyone around.
To be fair, that is how I met your parents. I met your parents at a barbecue.
Look how easy that's going.
It was very easy. I was nervous, but I had no reason to be nervous because they were all chilling out and like zero shits were given about anything. Like, nobody was analyzing me. Nobody was like judging me. They were just laid back, chilling, eating, living their best lives, and letting me do my thing, right? So now my mom meets him, and so she goes home and she tells my dad about him. So I wasn't in the room. My mom tells me this after. She's like, so I told your dad, and I'm like, what did he say? And she's just like, nothing. He just wanted to know what he does, and dad wants to know how serious you guys are. Like, are you serious? And I was just like, well, yeah, I'm telling you about him, so I am serious. But my parents didn't take me seriously. They thought I was just being like young and blinded by like how good looking you were. Like, they didn't think that I was just like serious. Stop smiling.
What?
Get over yourself, all right? Yeah, mom thought that I was just like smitten by your looks. She was just like, I don't think you really think he's the one. I think that you're just smitten. And
smitten?
Smitten means I'm just like like googly eyed over like your looks, and I'm just like blown away with that, and I'm not like into like who you are. And I was just like, Mom, no, like he's like the kindest soul I've ever met in my life, and I don't even know how to explain it to you until you get to know him. Like I don't even know how he's real. Like I remember literally telling my mom, I was like, Mom, I don't know how else to say this to you, but I don't even know how this guy is real. Like, how is he even real? Like, the only way that you'll understand is if you get to know him on your own. And so Mom invited his whole family over for like dinner, and that was the night that you asked my dad for my hand. Why don't you tell everybody what happened? So how did the walk outside start? Like, what did you say to Dad?
So I gotta ask you something.
So you went up to my dad and said, I gotta ask you something.
Yeah.
You literally said that.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
No wonder my parents didn't take us seriously. Okay, what happened after?
We walked to the front and I said, I want to marry her.
That's what you said?
Yeah.
I want to marry her? You didn't even ask him for my hand?
I think I said, I want to marry her. Can I marry her? Or something like that.
Wow.
And he's like, no.
Dad said no.
Yeah.